This is my first ranked game, and I'm showing you because I see many posts of people saying, well, I played a couple of games against the AI. Am I ready for ranked? I'm not sure, or I don't dare to go play ranked because, well, who knows what I find there. So let's see what you actually find in ranked. I actually don't know what rating this guy is, if he even was rated. You can see the map is Acropolis. See, my opponent is going for the taking 3 sheep at the same time strategy. Not what I would recommend, but I mean, you can see I'm taking one of my sheep here, but it's kind of far out, so that's not ideal either. Building a lumber camp over here. Also, don't do this, don't recommend. Put it down here. Not much is happening at this point. We're just scouting each other. And my opponent is taking his sheep, cutting the straggler trees, and I end up luring my first boar. See, my opponent still did not make a lumber camp. He has his house position over here. Recommend to spread them out a little bit. I don't even know if I'm doing that. One over here, one over here, one over there. Probably be nice to have one up here to get some vision on the surrounding, and one on this side. He actually take his boar, so he has still one boar over here and a second boar. So this player did not take his boar yet. He decides I'm going to first eat all the sheep and then take the boar, which I would take him sooner. I'm actually a little bit behind, probably because I idled my TC. Don't do that. So I was doing a scout build order, but it was far from perfect. Still I'm ahead in score, and it's just because of those 2 boars. He's already almost through his berries. Wow. I mean, I just started. Still have food left. His boars are still there. So this is what you find for your first rank match. Somebody who does not take his boar. Take your boars, people. Just do it. Now, I should be going up soon. Yeah, I have a loom over here. So after this, we'll do the feudal age upgrade. Is he even close? Is he even close? I don't even have a good feudal age timing. But you can see that my opponent definitely has a slower start to the game because he did not take his boars. But because after all the sheep, if you then make farms, you need to invest so much wood into that. You need extra woodcutters to build all these farms, and it's still he's idling over here. So a big difference in the economic approach here. I'm scouting what he has, how far he is. But as you can see, he's not doing much. He's sort of chilling, sitting in his base. He's actually making a watchtower now to cover his wood line. I'm not posing any threat yet, so it's not necessary in my opinion. He's making spears. If you look at population, he is actually ahead. Probably ahead in just villager number. Yeah, a lot more. So he's doing it quite well, making sure his TC is always producing villagers. Now we're both not doing it. There he goes. So you can see I'm not paying attention to my town center at all. He's making spears already, and I'm starting to make scouts at this point. You notice that he's using the bell for the villagers, which you see often on this level. It's not something you want to do. And actually, I realized at any time here that he did not take his boar, and well, he's not going to take them because I get rid of it. But yeah, don't use the bell on your town center, because you will make sure that all the villages around your town center are going to idle. Well, my scouts are over here, so it's not necessary that these farmers are all idling. So you could have just taken the stone villagers, set them to a garrison in the town center. I see he has spearmen, he has some archers, just running around trying to find a place that I can fight. But there's not much to do here because, as I say, it's quite defensive. His base is set up quite nicely. His house is all in a nice wall over here. Anything you try to do here, you can either garrison and fire with his TC. Also, in his woodline, he has this tower. But there's not much to do with just the scouts. So now it's just nothing much can be done here in feudal age. There's no point to pressure. His base is well defended. So actually, I didn't even notice he built another tower over here. So he had a quite nice base. Not much to do. So we just go up to the castle age, Actually, how far away is he? It's also getting close. But yeah, not much aggression from him. You see, he's just producing units, setting them next to the production buildings, and I was actually looking over to his army over here. After they found my scouts, they did nothing and just stayed here. I'd at least be sending some units over. I don't like this approach. I'd say make sure that at least you are scouting a little bit what your opponent is doing, where he is. So I'm up to the castle. He didn't even start yet. Just I'm so far ahead already. Even though he has a much higher villager number, so he just kept producing while I already went up the castle age. Yeah, I'm putting a castle down. I was collecting stone, and in the meantime, also I believe another town center. Yeah, there they're going. So 4 TCs, 4 villagers. They're going right over here by the gold to build a town center. Now, I was quite happy with this castle position because it's right in front of the gold, so if he was ever going to push this way, coming down the ramp, he was going to run straight into my castle. Finally, he is up. So does something change? He had another barracks. Still, he's sitting here. Did move his army a little bit, probably just to scout the outside. He made a nice wall. I think there's a 1 tile gap here. Here, I just wanted to see, okay, what does he have? Go to my vision actually. Scouted most of the map, and I see a monastery over here fighting with some of the light cavalry, which of course the Turks get this upgrade for free, as I found out. And now I finally see what he has been doing. And I still think, oh, this looks like the same army, right? It looks the same as he had over here. But all visible, he has more behind it, a lot of it actually. So I was thinking he's making pikes, making archers. I'm just gonna go with a mangonel. And now I'm like, oh, he actually made a little bit more than I expected. So here I'm in full panic mode already, making another mangonel. At this point I'm just relying on the castle to protect me, but well, he's so many units he can just waltz in here. All these villagers, they are very vulnerable. I decide, well, I can run up, or I'm just going to run to my castle, which I ended up doing. And he goes for the attack. At least that's what I think he's doing. And he runs back. Making a new town center here. So that's 1, 2, 3 over here for me. He has the second one up. Now, what I did not see, that he started producing cavalry archers. Actually, 14. He has 14 from a single... Hold on, let me check that. Yeah, 14 from the same archery range. That's something. So he's making a switch. He's putting down a second castle. But again, he's not pushing out. That's really where I think his mistake was. I had no idea what to do with Turks, and was just relying on these Janissaries. Finally, he's scouting with a villager. That's amazing. He's 50 military. I think this guy's approach was, as far as I can guess, is just, I want to go to late game, I want to get all my upgrades, I want to make a huge army, 200 pop, and then I attack. Only then I will attack. He's actually ahead in score. But why not pressure? You saw I had nothing. I had used all my army defending. He could have pushed in. He didn't do it. He was all the way over here. Collecting a couple villages here because I'm thinking we have one choke point over here which is covered by the castle, another choke point which is covered by my army. We have a fourth point over here where I'm thinking stone and a castle. I'm just going to protect this area, and then later on I can put something here. Yeah, I have this gold, I have the stone over here, and I'm holding this gold, and I have a base over here. I have done so much map control, while he has only this little spot of gold over here. Now, as I saw that he was going on the gold, I'm also sending my scouts over there. So these also should be going that way to clear it out. And I still haven't seen this massive group of cavalry archers. I still don't know that they're here. I believe at this point coming over finally. So this is the first time I see he actually has quite a decent sized army of cavalry archers. Oh, he's sending the rest also. Well, Mamelukes, ballistas. And now I'm thinking, okay, we have to do something about this because I have nothing that is good against this. I decide I need something against the cavalry archers, which has been hiding for so long because he's been sitting in his base. And I went for 5 ranges for skirmisher production. And here you show again that I don't know what the Turks do, because if you look at the tech tree, they don't even get elite skirmisher. He has a bunch sitting here. It just seems to be producing them out of the production buildings, letting them sit there. You have to do something with your military. If they're just sitting at your base, what are you making them for? Granted, I'm sort of doing the same thing, but at least I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. Still, he's sitting here. He really just put all his army over here and just sat there. He's expecting another attack over there. Okay, so I get myself a little army. I notice already, okay, well, we don't have elite skirmisher. These guys will have to do. Getting a couple of the upgrades. His army is on the move. There he goes as I start pushing on the right side of my 3 trebuchets. And what an army he has, from pikemen to Mamelukes to archers to cavalry archers. Ballistas are in there, even longswordsmen. Basically, everything you could build is in there. Oh no, and he sends everything to fight the castle. At least kill the military first. Oh, he's gonna lose everything. Oh wait, he's actually targeting the skirms now with the cav archers. It's not gonna be enough though. But looking at all these units, being besides the trebuchet, he doesn't really have a lot to kill that castle. Here, the Janissaries have cleaned up most of the longswordsmen that he had. The Mangonels cleared out the rest. This side, most of the army has been cleared out. He's still attacking the castle. But at this point he thinks, well, most of my army is dead. I don't have anything to protect. I believe he will give up, yes. So that was my first rank matched opponent. He had a decent economy. I mean, his TC was at least idle less than mine was. But he should have taken his boards, because you miss out on so much food in this game if you don't. And he was making a lot of military in a very defensive base. It almost seemed like he was playing single player, because he was just sitting there. He was responding to what I was throwing at him, like it was an AI just sometimes attacking his base. It seemed to me he was the kind of player to just wait for the 200 pop, full army, full upgrades, and then go for the push. But well, alas, the game did not go there. I hope this game gave you a bit of an idea of what to expect in your first rank match. If you're going to play your first rank match, then of course good luck, and let me know in the comments how it went.